Why is Marty no tack coming on again? Decline. We got to figure that out. That's something that happened when you went to.
What? Yeah, it's freaky.
I don't
It's
know.
freaking me out.
It's all good. How you been? It's been a long, long time.
I know, it's always something, huh? I've been sick
Yeah.
twice in the meantime, so there you go. Yeah, it's just kind of not leaving me alone. You can still hear it kind of. How
Oh,
about you?
you still sick?
Yeah, well, not sick. It's just like a cold. Congestion's remained.
My mom and my sister, they still kind of got it. I'm like good,
Yeah.
good. I'm good. I've been good. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. So how the kids and everybody getting better?
Everybody's good. Yeah, yeah. Kids heal much faster than us adults do. And the older you get, it gets worse.
Mm,
They just
okay.
kind of get over this shit really quickly.
Okay. Are you filming like did you get into a film recently or something?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been filming a few things, but it's always like little projects, and then I got like a lead role, in like a series.
Okay.
But it was interesting because I got recommended by a friend that I worked with, and so she was like, "You should look at into this person." So they reached out to me, and they, saw my reel and everything, and I got the role. It's very fun. I get
Wait a
to
minute.
be
Okay.
a British bad guy, so like
Okay.
the
Okay. That's all good. That's all good. That's good. How about the what was I gonna say? I haven't seen the movie yet. The one that you shot. I haven't seen it yet.
what one?
The one
The
with
marketplace?
the marketplace. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the marketplace is ready. And now I've been kind of shopping around for festivals to submit it for too. And I guess some festivals won't accept your film if you've just randomly released it already. So I haven't released it, kind of sitting on it. It's ready. You can watch it if you want to, because I have it like on unlisted YouTube link. I'll trust
Oh,
you enough that you won't just go about
yeah.
sharing that.
I'm not gonna share it, but whenever you feel comfortable, that's all good. Yeah,
I'm nervous about it. I kind of want to like when I start showing it to people, I want to be there and see their faces and see if they really laugh, if they're genuine when they say, "Oh, I liked it" or "I didn't like it." Like, you know what I mean?
well, and people are gonna react to it. People are gonna react to it different ways. So, you know.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of art. People will react to it different ways. So you just let it fly. Doesn't matter. It's done
Yeah.
now. Release it to the world and you move on to the next one. That's how it is. All right. Let's kick us off, Marty.
Mm, Welcome back to Movie Unboxing with Marty and Bola. We are two filmmakers, and each week, our month at this rate, 'cause it's not been that regular, we dive deep into unboxing a film, talking about how it was made and what makes it tick from a filmmaker's perspective.
Okay, so this week, well, this month, last time
Right.
was supposed to be my turn to do, and we were supposed to talk about another film. But by the time we got to this month, it's already Christmas season, so we had to recalibrate
Adjust
and
our theme.
adjust our theme, and we're going to be doing Christmas movies for the rest of this month. And since it's technically still my turn, this
Mhm.
was my choice for this week, and my choice was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It was released in 1989. It was written by John Hughes and directed by Jeremiah S. Chichik. It stars the legendary Chevy Chase as Clark Griswold, or otherwise known as Sparky. It also stars the legendary Beverly D'Angelo as Ellen Griswold, his wife. It stars a very young Juliette Lewis. I think this
Mhm.
was probably one of her very first movies as one of their daughters, Audrey, as one of their kids, as their eldest daughter, Audrey Griswold. And Randy Quaid is in legendary Randy Quaid is here as the cousin Eddie Johnson. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld is in this movie too. She plays the hippie, yuppie neighbor of the Griswolds.
Yeah, but don't skip over the younger son that a lot of people probably didn't recognize because of how young he is. He is a Johnny Galecki from Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. That's him. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he's so little, it's crazy.
Wow, wow. So, National Lampoons, this is kind I think this is like their third or they have like this like vacation series of movies starring the Griswold family with Chevy Chase and
Yeah, so it
Beverly.
opened with a lady saying that this is their third one, excuse me.
Yeah.
And so I panicked for a second. I went back and I was like, holy shit, is that the one I should be watching? Because
Yeah.
it's like, what do you mean it's the third one? But
This is
that's the
their third
Christmas
one.
one.
Yeah,
So
I
the
think the
other ones
first one
are
was like
Christmas.
the first one was just a something vacation, and then the other one was like a European vacation, and this is the
Right.
Christmas vacation. So the whole premise of this is that, Chevy Chase's character, Mr. Griswold, has invited the entire family, and he wants to throw a big Christmas family dinner or family weekend for the family, and he wants to make it as big as possible. He wants the
He
tree.
remembers them from his childhood, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. He wants to
And
relive
he's got
things from
this
his
dream for his
childhood.
family.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to relive things from his childhood, and he wants everyone to experience it. He wants the kids, the whole family to just relive this and experience the same thing that he experienced. And he wants it to be as big as possible. We're talking about trees, the lights, the all the ornaments that come on the tree, the presents, the dinner, and just making it such a big family. But anyone knows anything about the National Lampoon's Vacation series, whatever can go wrong
Will
does
go
go
wrong.
wrong in this
Yes.
movie.
10
And
times over.
I mean, everything goes wrong. And in one hand, it ends up being the worst Christmas vacation for everybody. But at the same time, it happens to be the best Christmas
Yeah,
vacation.
they end up making it somehow still really heartfelt and deep. I don't know how they did that.
I don't know how they did that too. But it starts off with them driving. So the story is set in Chicago, and so but they are driving out of they're driving towards the outskirts of Chicago. They're going into the woods. So literally now every normal family goes to go buy a tree, not the Griswold, not the dad. He's not buying the tree. He's going into the woods literally to cut down a tree, and it's a very huge tree. Like you're just like, bro, what do you need this tree for? And it's snow. This is Chicago during Christmas time. It is snowing like it's Siberia. And the funny part, well, first of all, before they get there, he's having this little road rage with this truckers and stuff like that. And that one's just a crazy incident that happens. They get to the part where they're supposed to get the tree, and they're walking up the hill in this. It's just covered in snow, and the funny part there is the daughter, she can't see the tree because her eyes are
Frozen.
frozen. Julia Lewis's eyes are frozen. And it kind of reminds you as a child. It kind of reminds you as a child when remember when you're when you were so young and your parents were just taking you through these places like for me it was more like maybe my mom was going grocery shopping or she was going shopping for something and I would just tag along or something like that. The worst experience of my life. Worst experience of my life. Worst experience. And you wanted it's 2 hours, 3 hours. Worst, it was torture. It was boring as hell. And I just felt it with the kids at that moment. I don't know. Now you're a mother. Are the kids going through anything like that? Just be like, oh my God, this is boring, mom. I want to do something else.
I think they're too young still to get to that like point where, right now they're at the age where everything's still completely exciting. Like wherever they go, but they also make everything crazy. Like even just the grocery store, they managed to make it fun, but they managed to make it extremely stressful for a parent.
Oh yeah.
They'll race from place to place. But they're at the age where it's still fun to go get the butter for mom and stuff like that. So not
Oh,
yet, not yet.
oh yeah, that it's coming. It's coming because now then, oh, it was torture for me, and I just felt that with the kids, because even in the car, they just didn't feel like going to this thing. They're just like, and then their parents are
Yeah.
singing the Christmas carols, and they're just sitting there like, this is. You can just tell from their faces like, this is horrible. Like this is the worst Christmas ever. Like this is go, like we don't want to be here. And obviously they get to, and then they get the tree, and they go back home. And this is when the drama just starts.
Let's not
Um,
forget that he didn't bring anything to cut the tree down with.
so how did he get? He just had to just get the whole
He
tree.
dug it up. He
He
brought it.
dug.
He was pulling it with all the dirt and all the roots attached still.
That is ridiculous. That's some
Yes, no,
that's some
everything about this
yeah.
movie was completely
It really
ridiculous.
was. It was ridiculous. And then there was a lot of another thing I learned from this film was a lot of like sexual innuendos in this thing.
Yeah, that seemed to be like I think that was that time. It was just like that was the funniest thing was that.
Yes, and
Like,
I was saying to myself like this couldn't pass today because they will say this is
right?
especially for a
Yeah.
Christmas movie. Now, if it was an adult movie, okay, cool. But for a family Christmas movie, no, this would
Yeah.
not have passed. You'd be like, no, not today, because there was a lot of sexual innuendo. I mean, especially the scene where he was imagining them at the pool, and then the girl from the store with the red swimming
Yeah.
bathing suit, she took it off. You could when she turned around, she took it off. You could literally see her breast. I'm like, oh my God, this is a family movie. Why is
Yeah,
that? Why
right.
is
They're
that
showing this to
showing?
children.
Yeah, and I'm today, I'm even surprised that they didn't, even today, they didn't block that out.
No, and honestly, I think as kids, not as teenagers, but as kids, it would go right over your head. Like a lot of Disney movies, when you watch them back now, there's stuff that we didn't
Nah, for a
see
guy, it wouldn't have gone over my
kids.
head, even as a little boy. Nah, it wouldn't have gone over. I mean, I wouldn't have known what the purpose of that thing was, but I would have said like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Trust
Yeah.
me, for a boy, nah, he would notice that. A boy knows a fine girl. He sees a fine girl, it doesn't match, or a fine woman, he knows. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. So yeah, I was just surprised about the amount of sexual innuendos there, even though at that time it seemed like it was appropriate, even though it was a family movie. Today I'll be like, nah, that's not gonna fly. They will not let that fly for a family Christmas movie. Um, to me the best character apart from Chevy Chase, um, but the best actor for me was Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid, first of all, bringing his whole family in the RV, and the fact that we learned that he hasn't had a job in 7 years.
That he lives in that RV.
And they live in the RV, and the kids are like, this is the first time, the kids were impressed that they actually came into a home because their RV, they move from place to
Mm.
place and it doesn't have any home heating and all that kind of stuff. So they're like, oh, this is heaven. And remember when he took him to the store and they were going through the store and he just started packing all kinds of stuff into
The
the,
giant bags of dog food, because that
yeah,
dog is
and
huge.
Chevy Chase is looking at him like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I'm taking you out, but you're ordering all this stuff, and it just really shows, like it's almost like you can relate to a lot of these characters in your own family because you have a family member that's like Randy Quaid's character. You have a character you don't have a character like that? You
I
probably
don't
do. You don't?
I don't think so.
You've
Not
got
like that.
you maybe not to that extreme, but you've got one uncle or some auntie, you just be like, oh my God, like you don't want
We
to take them
definitely
out in
have the
public.
grandparents that pack up their live cats accidentally.
That was the craziest thing ever. They were so clueless. They were so out of it. They packed their cat in as a present, a live cat. Like who does that? That was just amazing.
So the one
But
thing that I didn't understand about it is why did everybody scream and act so weird about that squirrel? It was just a squirrel. Like they were acting like it could, I don't know, hurt them in some way. People passing out left and right, him not even checking on his mom that was passed out because he didn't want to enter the room again because there's a squirrel in there.
but
Squirrel, really?
it's kind of like when people see a mouse or a rat. It's a
I don't
rodent.
know.
You
But
you
But
You
it's
wouldn't scream
squirrel
and
though.
jump,
Like we have them everywhere all the time.
but in the house, people will scream
I
and
mean, I
squirrel.
had one in the house, but that's a whole different story. So
Oh,
for another
I need to know this story. How did he get in there? Was a pet?
day. Yes, I had a pet
Okay.
squirrel for a little while.
Yeah. So
Rescued a baby squirrel. What do you want?
and Chevy Chase said like, where's Eddie? Right? He usually eats this stuff, and he was like, Eddie's already out of the house and stuff like that. But it just the whole story to me was just more like what I really got from the film was just like it was like you're trying so hard to make things perfect, but things will never be perfect. And you just have to just do the best you can and just let it be. Um, I mean, with the
Yeah.
lights, I mean, that's got to be the most frustrating thing because he went through the whole gamut of putting the lights together and then plugging it so many times didn't work. I mean, he had the whole family outside expecting for this big moment. It didn't come, only to find out that all you had to do is just go inside and just plug it in, and that was
So
it.
he's dumb. Like what?
That was just it. But you see, it's just the little things, and I think essentially what the story was trying to say was that it's the little things that count. Those little things. You don't have to have a big family gathering. Just you with the wife and the kids. That's enough. You don't have to have the big tree. You don't have to have the decorations and the lights and all that kind of stuff. If you have it, yeah, it's good. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. You have what's important in the moment is you and the family, and sharing that moment with the family, stuff like that. So that's one thing I gathered from it. I was going to ask you, I was like, do you guys have
Well, I'm
decorations
glad
up?
you gathered something from it because to me that was just dumb. Like it's
You
just
didn't get
dumb. There's like
you didn't get anything
nothing
from
to
it?
it.
You
No,
didn't get
there's
it?
nothing to it. I don't like the so I enjoyed it more than I expected to enjoy it after seeing the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I just like there's I don't know. I mean, it's comedy, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really dumb stuff happening. Like, but that's it. That's it to me. Like, I don't think there was a real story behind it. And then him too, at one point he just keeps acting like, "Oh, he's gonna live on the street if he doesn't get this bonus." But then when he gets the bonus, he wants to put in a pool. Like, that's a freaking first world problem. Like, you're not starving like your
Yeah.
brother. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just
That is true.
no, it's just if it comes to like entertainment purposes and just making people laugh, making people forget their actual problems, making people not worry so much about, oh, I can't afford that many Christmas presents or whatever, it does its job. It's funny. I laughed, but I don't there's nothing to
But
me
I'm
to
about
it
to
for
trip you
me.
out. I'm about to trip you out. I didn't even laugh that much. I didn't even think it was that funny.
I didn't laugh that much either because
I
there's a lot of stuff where I was like, it's just not my humor.
It
I
wasn't
think I
mine.
like a different type of humor. Again, it was a lot of it was just really dumb, you know? Like one of the first scenes, so I opened the movie up one time and I was really tired. I was like, well, I gotta watch it, but I didn't. I went back and watched it again. So I just watched like the first 10 minutes. It was the whole car ride
Hmm.
and that argument in the street that I didn't find very funny. And then him picking up the tree. I chuckled a little at the fact that, they said, "Oh, did you bring something to cut down the tree?" And then they're just pulling the tree with all the dirt and all the roots down the road. But I chuckled, right? And then they're laying in bed and he keeps handing her stuff and it's all stuck to his fingers. And I was like, I don't understand. But then the second time I saw it, I heard him say, "Oh, there's so much tree sap." And then he's like sticky the whole time. Okay. But it's not, I don't know. It's not for me. Like, this is not something that I would like necessarily choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was
But
more like a
that type of humor was huge.
yeah. I think as a child, if we had watched this as a child, it would probably have been very funny for me. I probably would have laughed and stuff like that.
That's why I
Today,
said not
when I
humor.
watched it, it was more like a very dry comedy. It was more like you watched it and you'd be like, and then you went back to being serious and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
you went back to being serious. But
Like,
but the real funny part was when they were hurt. They said the old woman was like, I hear this noise. and they were like, "What noise are you hearing?" And then he
Are you
looked,
crazy? Because you
yeah,
did like a cat?
yeah, he looked through the tree, and then that's when the squirrel came out. That was funny. That one was really funny. There was
I
that
don't
part
know.
that part was funny. No,
I,
that part was really funny. But to me, Randy Quaid's character was just was stupid and funny at the same time. Because the way he was dressed and the way he was just talking, the things he was saying, you just like, dude, like, and I mean, he was he was just out of it. He was just completely out of it. Like, he really
yeah,
was the
living behind
comedy
a
part.
rock type of person, like literally living behind a rock type of person. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think so. There is a small part of me wondering whether or not I would have found it funny watching it like many years ago. And
Hmm.
not just because when I was younger and like you said, like kids might find it funny, but also I think we've gotten to a day and age where every joke has already been told so many times
Hmm.
that if you go back to an 89 comedy, it's just
Yeah, it's
not
like
as funny.
you've seen the
We've
joke
seen
so
this
many times.
already.
You've
Yeah,
seen
you've
it so
seen
many
this
times, so
already.
it's not so funny anymore.
So I'm
But
wondering if that has to do with it, but no, there was just a lot of I just don't I don't know. There's something about that specific type of comedy that I don't love. I
so
don't know.
this is considered a slapstick, but it didn't come off as slapstick to me. Slapstick is just so maybe it is, but maybe it's
I don't
we've
think I
seen
know the definition, but
slapstick is, when I think of slapstick, I'm thinking of like Charlie Chaplin or Laurie and Hardy, just silly, just completely silly,
well,
mixed
so
with
my kids and I have been rewatching all of the original Mr. Bean, and we're all bursting out laughing throughout the whole thing.
well that
And
but
that's stupid
that's
comedy.
stupid. Yeah, that's real stupid comedy. But I think with
But
this
it's
one,
British comedy. I don't know, there's something else to do.
well, I grew up watching Mr. Bean, so that was funny to me and just silly
Yeah,
and
I
just
love
like, oh
Mr.
my
Bean.
God, what the hell?
And I
But
don't
I
know if I love it. That's my question, though. I don't know if I love it now because I grew up loving it. Do you know
uh
what I mean?
yeah, so
If I had never seen it and you made me watch it now for the review, maybe I wouldn't find Mr. Bean that funny. Does that make sense?
what could it be that you're watching it with the kids and then they're bringing back the young person in you
No,
again?
I love Mr. Bean. I would sit on my own and watch Mr. Bean. Like I grew up always loving it. And I know all the episodes too. There's not that many.
Well, then you
Like
love
when
it.
he's at the beach and he's trying to put his bathing suit over his pants and then pulling his pants out from his bathing suit and then so that the man that's sitting at the beach doesn't see him naked and then the man gets up and he was blind the whole time.
The funny part was the one I was it the episode where he was in church and then he sneezed into his hand and then he was trying to find a way to like where would he put the thing like that. Yeah, I remember that was very that was very funny as
When
hell.
he's drilling his own tooth because he accidentally hits the dentist with his numbing agent and he hits him
Oh
with
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. I
into the
remember that
leg and
one.
he just
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
collapses. So he does his own tooth, but then he turns around the thing and he did the wrong tooth.
Listen, that's a slapstick one. But I think with this movie, even though they call it a slapstick, I just took it as the fact that it was silly, but then there was a message of just don't try to do too much. That's the message I got. Just keep things as simple as possible for the holidays. And you have
So
and
yeah, go
go
ahead,
ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
My understanding is that comedy, any type of comedy, if we do really find it funny, there is a point in either familiarity
Hmm.
or criticism, right?
Hmm.
That's what it is. So yeah, I mean, it definitely you can read that in there, right? You can read the criticism of all the people that are trying too hard. You have the neighbors. They're also comedically shown as like, oh, those are the minimalistic people that it's only them. They don't have the family. They don't do anything for Christmas. They just eat together or whatever, right? They
Yeah.
judge the big family that is completely crazy. But then they have their own issues. Like, you know what I mean? There's criticism on both sides. And so, definitely the whole trying a little bit too hard, decorating a little too much is a.
Did you guys decorate this year?
We have a tree up and I have a reef at the front door and I was gonna light up the reef, but we can't get the front electricity working, so the
Oh,
outdoor electricity working. So
okay. Anybody? And you
today my
take?
kids made a gingerbread house village, so
Okay, cool. Anybody gonna go? Any? Are they going to see Santa Claus yet?
we're going tomorrow. Yeah.
Are they gonna be scared?
I don't think so. No, they've been going every year.
Okay.
So I think it'll be fine. But last year we went and that Santa was like really skinny and he had a Russian accent. So it was weird. So I don't know. I hope the Santa this year is going to be a little bit more. I mean,
Hey,
he could be
that's
Russian. I'm not like, the
oh,
accent didn't bother me that much, but he just looked a little too,
there's a baby picture of me sitting on the Santa Claus when I was young and crying my eyes out, like
yeah.
literally crying. I don't know where that picture is. I don't know. My mom goes back to Nigeria. I have to tell her to send it or something like that. I was crying so bad. It was horrible. I don't think I'll ever show that to anybody. I remember
There
that.
is pictures like that. I've seen that. And I do think like the first year or two when my boys were going, they were intimidated and they didn't want to get too close. But also when Malik was born, it was COVID, so Santa was like sitting and then there was like a bench beside him 6 feet away and you had
Mm,
to sit away from him anyway. Like, what freaks me out is the freaking Easter bunny and I still can't understand that people even do that. That's so unrealistic. A man in a bunny suit and he's ginormous and I would not trust that thing, even
I-
now. No,
All
that
right.
is not okay.
So in terms of like directing or something like that, there was really nothing camera wise that you could
Mm-mm.
pick out of this. Was just
That
basic. The
was
only
my issue too. Like, I couldn't really find anything where I'd be like, well, this is cinematically amazing. Like, there's just nothing.
the only thing I can think of was whenever they were in bed and then the camera is shooting them from the top. So
Mhm.
I'm guessing that's like
Tried to shoot
maybe
that last night in a film.
yeah. So I'm
That's
just
what I
saying
thought in Marketplace they would do. When
you,
we're like laying down or we're rolling around or we can't
you
get
guys didn't do
comfortable in
that.
the No,
Oh.
that's what I was hoping we would do.
What you can do is no some other time. I got from that camera shot. I was thinking like, okay, this is probably Santa looking at them. You don't think so?
So
Is
weird.
Santa is Santa looking down
No.
at them?
It's just the most classic bedroom scene perspective.
But you have to tie to the theme of the movie. It's probably Santa looking down at them and making sure that they're
You know what
behaving.
you're doing right now? You're making the movie deeper and better than it really is.
I'm trying to get I'm trying listen, you always told me I should not be too harsh with movies because the
Okay, I know, but I do think again that the intent of the film was to be as stupid as it was. Do you know what I
yeah, that's National Lampoons.
mean?
It's just to be stupid, but I'm trying to see that there's something a little maybe a little
Poetic
deeper.
about it.
Poet, I like that. Poetic about it. And I think that camera shot with them in the bedroom, always the camera showing all of them sleeping, is Santa looking down at them, except for the one of the granddads who was smiling, looking up in the ceiling, and it was a half naked picture of a lady, of
That
a
was
model
funny. See,
there.
that one
That
was
was funny.
funny.
That was funny one.
Yeah.
That was a funny one. But yeah, but honestly, it was just meant to be a
Oh, also
silly.
explain to me why he's stuck in the attic, can't get back out, then falls through the ceiling and just stays up there?
Well, no, I think she pulled. The wife came back home and then she pulled the attic door,
Exactly, but
and he just falls, and that was it.
no, he fell through the ceiling before and he stood on that top bunk bed and he could have come out.
Oh, I thought he was staying. He got up there and he was watching tape of his old when he was a child and stuff like that. And then when the wife
Yes,
got
that was
back,
after. He literally walked and he walked on the part of the attic that you
mm,
shouldn't be stepping on because it wasn't stable. I even know because Josh was watching it, and as a construction person, he goes, who's done construction before, he goes, you shouldn't be stepping on that. And he just like steps right through the roof, falls through the ceiling, lands on top of the top bunk bed, literally where the naked woman was.
Oh, I didn't see
And
that.
then it cuts him, and that's when he sees the tapes, and it cuts him watching the tapes, but he stayed in the attic. Like
Oh,
he already fell through the ceiling, might as well get through down.
hey, I guess
It
the
was
smart.
just, that's what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is it's as dumb as it looks. Because you could question this and deep, if you really think about it, he would have just come out. No, instead he wears three different furs, pink gloves, some weird turban on his head,
Yeah.
cries in the cold attic watching videos because that's funnier. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, maybe the video caught his attention. He's just like, let me just stay here. Let me just relive my childhood Christmas memories. And he just stood there, and then until the wife came home and pulled the door down, and he falls through, and and that's it. So I'm with you. It's meant to be stupid and dumb. It's not meant to make any sense, but I
Hmm.
still see there's a little bit of some sense in it in terms of
Yeah.
like just keeping things as simple as
No, but the
possible.
whole thing, I think, and the true point in the story that I saw
Mhm.
was not the trying too hard thing. It was the him being exactly in the situation in which, for example, we are sometimes where I think I'm homesick, but really what am I sick for? It's not home like as in I necessarily want to be, I don't know, in Poland or Germany again. It's some days, and especially when you're the parent that makes Christmas happen, I'm in charge of the magic. If I don't do anything, if I go missing right now or I go depressed and I just go, fuck it, I'm not doing anything, there's no Christmas.
Mm.
And every one of us eventually gets to the point like him that watches those videos and thinks, I wish I was that kid again and my mom would do my Christmas.
You know what? Another thing that reminded me, and I think this is I when I Chevy Chase's character, what the effort he was going through, I'm afraid that I'm probably gonna be like that when I do get married and I start having kids. You know
Yeah,
why?
because
Because I'm
you want things perfect for them because you remember your childhood that wasn't perfect then,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
now you wish you were that little.
but here's another thing. There's another reason why I think I'm afraid that I would do that. Because I will be married, I'll be getting married and having kids at such a late age. I want to make up for lost times. So I'm just like, no, we
Yeah.
gotta do this, we gotta do
Yeah.
this, we gotta do this. So I'm literally looking at my and looking there and looking like this
But
would probably be
also
me.
remember, I know, but that also means that you would be going into it with so much more gratitude that a lot of us have right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
frustrated with all of this, and you will be like, yes, I get to do this for my family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's a great thing. And he does,
And
that's what you got to give him that. Like, he tries so hard for his family. Like, that's a
and
good
nobody
thing.
but nobody appreciated it. They took it for granted. You know what I'm saying?
No, but there's also like a lot of hidden jokes that people like kind of skip over where he planned this. He invited everybody to his house,
Hmm.
and there was never a discussion about it. Hey, wife, do you want to cook for everybody? No, she was just gonna do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
That
wasn't gonna do that. Like, you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
That was and then the dinner scene where she cuts the turkey. Well, no, when the grandma was told to pray and she starts saying the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then
And
they
the
say,
uncle stands up and I gets ready.
yeah, and then they say amen. And then he cuts the turkey. I'm like, am I watching an episode? Am I watching the Aliens movie or something like that? The turkey comes
No,
open.
and see, this one I didn't get at all.
Why? What didn't you get?
What happened to the turkey? I don't understand what happened to the turkey.
I guess she
Was
didn't
it
cook the
just
turkey properly. It wasn't cooked properly, and it was dry
if
as
it
hell.
wasn't,
And you can
yeah.
hear when they were eating
See,
it,
that's
you
what
can
I'm
hear them
saying though.
smacking on it, like crunching on the thing, like it just
You're just watching this waiting just for the next shit to not work out, kind of, right?
okay. But here's another crit. Well, this is a criticism of the movie, though. My criticism. It's kind of like it's a dry comedy, but it's almost like you were expecting something big to happen, but it doesn't happen. It's
Hmm.
like you're expecting for that big comedic moment to happen, and it never comes. It teases you, but it never happens. It's even if it happens, it's not. It's so dry comedy. It's just. It's subtle. It's like it gets you to do, haha. It's like that was it. But then, and
Right?
then it keeps going, and then you're expecting like, okay, something really like out of this world to happen, and it never happens. So it was
Yeah.
essentially just a really dry comedy, and there's not much technical like directing we got to talk about other than the fact that I think that camera shot bedroom was Santa looking at them, looking down at them.
I disagree.
I think that's what it was.
Fine.
So other than that, there's not really much to unpack from this movie. Not really, not
No,
much. Nothing.
no.
It was just a really, it's
Nobody
just,
had to be an amazing actor either. Like that's like there's nothing where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said it this well. Yeah, like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's just,
The
and I
director
guess a
didn't have,
lot of the effects, like the turkey and then the sled, like there's some effects, but not really like I don't
yeah.
know.
The part at the end when we saw Santa and riding with the sled, across. I didn't get that part. I was just like, what's the purpose of this? Like, why is Santa there? Like, I didn't get that.
The magic was restored.
Okay, I guess
I
so. The magic was restored. I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think that was needed, but maybe that worked. So it wasn't like so what would you give this movie out of a 10? No, no, in fact, let me go first. Let me go first.
No,
I'm
let me go first.
No, no, let me go first. Let me go first.
All right, fine,
I,
go.
I'm giving this movie a five.
Really?
A five.
I was gonna give it a 4.
A four? I figured that's what you were gonna do. That's why I wanted to go first. Let me give it a five.
So, so
Give it
listen, do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
my ultimate favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. Is it something you watch like every year or
Every year. I watch it every Christmas, every December, every Christmas time. Maybe not. I think it comes on Christmas Day.
I don't think I've ever seen it
Either on
actually.
ABC or NBC, but I don't watch it on that day because there's a lot of basketball and stuff like that. So I watch it like
Mm.
maybe a day before. I have a copy of it, so I just watch it a day before. I have to watch it
Mm.
every year. It's such a beautiful movie, you know. It's a family movie. It's the dad with the wife and the kids, and it's something that I'm
I don't think I've
hoping
ever seen it.
you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life. Oh my God. No, 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 no.
Which
That was gonna be
one? There's two.
let me see. It's the black and white one with Patrick Stewart or something like that.
46. From
46.
46?
Is that it? I think so. That might be. Is it in black and white?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's the story.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I may have never seen it. I'm not sure.
yeah, it's
So
nineteen
when I was growing up, it was tradition, and my parents didn't like it, but it was just always on TV in Poland when we would have Christmas. So it became tradition that we watch um, Kevin alone and at home or whatever. What is it?
Home
Home Alone.
Alone. Oh, okay.
That's the movie name, yeah.
Okay. So one or both of
But
them.
that's not my favorite movie whatsoever.
So what's your
But I
favorite
do
Christmas
have a
film?
movie that I have to go back to and I have to watch every single year. It is the only movie I think, and I think we've had this conversation before where we were talking where I was saying I think romance is dead, and sometimes I'm watching things with like the cheesy romance and I'm just like, meh. You know? Like that one movie, it's just like every single year I watch it with tears in my eyes. Every single year I feel it all. All the actors are impeccable and it restores like my faith and like love and magic and all that stuff.
Hmm?
That's the movie that I was considering suggesting for next week, but I think I might go a different route and we might watch something new that we
What's
haven't
so
seen.
what's this film you're talking about?
Love Actually.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that. Let's watch that.
Love Actually is amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. I mean,
it's like
and I mean,
different
look at the
stories, right?
cast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
different
it's
cast,
like a
different
bunch of
stories.
stories, but they all know each other, so it all comes together. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I wasn't Hugh Grant like the
Um,
prime minister or something like that.
Hugh Grant, yes, you've got Hugh Grant, you've got Liam Neeson,
Liam
you've
Neeson,
got
yeah. So is it
Uh,
considered a Christmas movie?
yeah, it's all happening at Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, let's watch Love Actually, and then after that we'll watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
All right, so we give you give this movie a 4. I gave it a 5. I still
Because of
believe,
Santa, of course.
yeah, I still believe because the camera shot over the top is Santa looking
Oh.
at them that I will not. I'm going to
Look,
maintain
oh,
that.
the only shot that I can talk about that I'm like, ooh, this is an interesting shot would probably be the squirrel's POV shot
Oh
out
yeah,
of the tree to
that was
see
funny. That was
it.
funny. That was a funny one. That was a funny one. So yeah, so that's the episode for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about our analysis of this film. If you've seen this movie, let us know what you think about our analysis. And if you haven't watched this movie, go watch it on HBO Max quickly because it's about to be taken off, or you can rent it on YouTube or Amazon Prime. But let us know what you think about the movie. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave comments, and we will see you next week when we will be unboxing Love Actually.
Love Actually.
And that's Marty's choice. And we will see you guys next week. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.